Hey! Welcome back to Linda³ Again. This is a bonus episode for Scenario A. This is meant to be watched after completing Scenario A, so if you're new to this series, I'm gonna put a card up in the top right-hand corner. You can watch this from the very beginning. But for this episode, we're just gonna touch on some stuff that I didn't quite get to in Scenario A. So we're just gonna get started right now on... So the first thing I want to check for what-if situational dialogue is during the part in Scenario A, where Linda still has amnesia and she's trying to recover her memory. She wants to put you in the Cobra twist. But normally you're expected to do this until, you know, you get the vibe, you get no special dialogue. It's basically a butt-thou-must situation. But if we take enough damage, I presume she can KO us, so I'm curious to see if there's any situational dialogue for that. Ken right now has about 50 hit points, so 2 or 3 more, you know, applications of the Cobra Twist ought to do it. And we'll see if we get any unique dialogue here. That's a pretty radical explosion in the background. Is that the sound of Ken's vertebrae separating from each other? Maybe we can only get down to 1 HP, I don't know. Like, I assume you can get KO'd in here. 13 damage. We should be KO'd, as far as I can tell. We'll do a few more, like, just in case. But yeah, that might just very well be it, like... I figured you'd get KO'd, something special would happen here. I'm sure you lose the HP. But yeah, this doesn't seem to yield any special dialogue, unfortunately. Doesn't appear to. So let's just be sure of that, and we'll skip past all this dialogue. Uncle. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Ken sustained any damage at all from that. Little disappointed, but, you know, can't have situational dialogue for everything, no matter. Let's check out the next part that I want to show you, which is the proxy hunters. I didn't really touch on this in Scenario A at all, but Gomez here, if you give him like $200,000, $300,000, there's a pretty good chance he can get you dragons in Scenario A, so you can get pretty much the best equipment that way. Let me show you my stats here. So as you can see, Ken and Linda are both level 50. We managed to grind all the way up to level 50 by fighting pandas, which will show up on, like, this part of the map once you've cleared out all the unique animals in this area. So once you do, pandas can start showing up here, and they're about your best source of experience, like, maybe in the game in general. In addition to that, we got Ken all panded up. You can see he's got 622 attack, 626 defense, a full panda kit. What we're gonna try to do here is see if we can hit Hume so hard he bursts into innards. And if we do, does that mean we get to skip a cutscene? Does any unique dialogue happen here as well? Let's find out. Let's teleport right into battle. Alright. Speaking of Hume, earlier in the scenario, I never actually showed off his equipment loadout. He's got a full hunting getup. I'm surprised that the game doesn't have, like, any, like, that you can't just get, like, hunting equipment somewhere. That's probably just to get, like, specific stats for them, but I just thought it would be a humorous thing to show off here. So Killer Santa attack, so what we're gonna do... What are we gonna do? Do we have a way to raise Ken's attack? I don't believe so. I think it'll be fine. So we'll get Linda to guard, then we'll get Ken to morph into Ultra Eagle, there we go. 933 attack, then we'll couple that with Bum Rush. And 1500 innards scattered everywhere. But it's looking the same. Hume's looking intact. But for completionist's sake, let's see what happens when we fight second form Hume and blow that up in innards. Okay, so we'll do effectively the same thing. We'll just get Linda to guard here. And then Ken will turn into Ultra Eagle Man again. And we'll also get him to do Bum Rush again. 2600, even more damage. Still burst into innards. Unfortunately, no new dialogue at all. I'm a little disappointed by that, but can't think everything, I guess. There is one other thing I want to show you for Scenario A, though, and that's what happens if we get to 1999 and we don't defeat Hume, what happens then? So here we are, 1999, it's summer, we haven't defeated Hume yet. Well, what's gonna happen then? We haven't defeated the boss of Scenario A? So what are we gonna do about it? What's gonna happen? After, you know, that heavenly voice speaks to us? What happens if we run our way up to the cockpit? We're still locked in the Ark. What happens if we go to the cockpit? So we'll just run on up here and see what's going on. All the way over here. This Ark's so big, jeez. Yeah, time we open this door, are you ready? Yeah, Linda, I'm ready. I am now. Tap the panels on the count of 3, 1, 2. So yeah, Scenario A bonus episode. Anything I was curious about didn't really yield much of interest. Linda can't Cobra Twist Ken to death. Hume doesn't explode into innards and give you some interesting dialogue. Even if you go all the way to the end with Linda in 1999, in Scenario A, you still don't get any additional dialogue. This still goes the exact same way. However, I am happy to report that for Scenario B... Ooh, a little bit of motivation right there. I forgot about the little bit of motivation. Oh yeah. But yeah, even though we didn't defeat our father, we can still escape on the Ark. However, if you do put yourself in an unwinnable situation, like had I attempted to do this earlier while Linda still had amnesia, I believe it would force an unwinnable state. I didn't get to test that for Scenario A, but we did get to test that for Scenario B, and I am happy to report there is some unique dialogue. If you do manage to put yourself in a state where you cannot escape in the Ark for some reason. So that will show off for Scenario B, Linda³ bonus episode. And besides all this, what I've shown you, if there's anything in this game at all you'd like me to go over, let me know in the comments, and if I hadn't covered it in a video, I might do a bonus episode at the very end. A miscellaneous, all-encompassing bonus episode. We'll see, but yeah, I don't think this bonus episode will be very long. I don't know how long Scenario B bonus episode will be. C will be a little more voluminous, because we have a few missions to show off and stuff. Anyways, I will be seeing ya again.